Water is boiling. Tonight's meal is Kathmandu style curry and classic spaghetti and meat sauce. Okay, so yesterday had a BC beer, and now that we're in BC in Mount Robson, and I guess I got a 4-pack, so I will be drinking this for the rest of it. I have an Alberta beer. So this is the Big Hoodoo Alberta Craft Lager by Wild Rose Brewery. It's warm too, so yeah, it's exactly what I expect. Nice little lager. Okay, it is time for campsite tour. So we are at campsite 109. So we drove in. We have a picnic table. I just have my chair here. We got the hammock set up, and it looks like there's a kind of tent pad area at every campsite. And yeah, so there's a lot of space here for nothing. It's really pretty.
So this is what it looks like. It smells really good. It's a little watery, but that's on my part because I added a little bit too much water. But I still think it should be good. Yep, it's good. Tastes exactly what you would expect it to taste like. It is the classic spaghetti with meat sauce. Thumbs up.
Okay, so I have tried it a little bit. It is like super watery. I added a little too much water, like 20 milliliters, but like it is watery. And we've let it sit for, I think at least, I feel like this has been at least 20 minutes. I could be wrong. When I tried it before, I feel like it still tastes a little bland. Like, it tastes like it's watery. I don't know if that's just with the 20 milliliters of extra water, but I don't know if I'd buy this one again. Good morning. I have some wet hair from getting cleaned up and taking a shower this morning. We have 0 cell service here in Mount Robson, so there's not much to do. And right now I'm waiting for the visitor center to open to see where we can get some more water and maybe see if they have like the weather posted for today. If the weather looks good and we can fill up on the water somewhere nearby, I might do a trail alone. If not, I might figure out some other ones to do. I thought it was gonna be a lot colder last night, but 2 people in a 2-person tent actually warms it up pretty well. So it wasn't cold. And I think being so exhausted from last night and the whole train going off multiple times a night last night made it so I slept through tonight really just like the entire night. I wear a watch and it said I slept for almost 10 hours last night. I know those aren't like super accurate, but definitely feels like a lot. Sorry, my hair's a mess because I forgot to bring a comb. I'm just waiting around now for the visitor center to open, and then I can figure out what the plan is for the day. Starting here, and we're gonna walk all the way up to Kinney Lake and turn back. There was some flooding in the area, so right now only up to Kinney Lake has been fixed. Eventually I'd like to come back and go all the way to Bird Lake. But yeah, should be pretty good. There isn't too much elevation on this part either. Today's foods are kung pao beef and creamy mac and cheese.
All right, so we have the creamy mac and cheese here. It's definitely really creamy. It seems like there's a lot of cheese to noodle ratio, but we'll give it a go. If you're a fan of mac and cheese, you will like this. If you're not a big fan of cheese, this might not be the one for you.
Okay, kung pao beef time. I just gotta stir this up. This bag is so much longer than the others. Okay, getting a better texture tonight on this. A little thicker than last night's dinner. Okay. I think this has both a beef and a peanut. It's hot. I feel like I might need to mix this more. I'm not getting too much. I feel like there's a lot of black pepper whenever I eat these meals. It's not bad, very black peppery. Yeah.
So tonight we had chili mac, and let's see. It's still really hot, but it's good. Definitely taste the chili and the sausage. No complaints on this one.
Okay, so this one, we're doing the same one tonight, chili mac and beef, with beef, and I've had this before, so I kind of already know I like it. Last time while I was eating it, we agreed that more beans would be nice, and maybe less of the sausage, or just, if there was one that was like just beans, that would also be really good. Oh my god, it's so hot. I'm a big fan of chili. I make it a lot. Although this isn't anywhere as good as my own chili, I do think it's just a classic and a good go-to after a long day of hiking.